Are you okay? What's been going on?
No, I'm fine. First of all, I'm just feeling disgusting and I hate myself, so I'm trying to cover my appearance as much as possible. If I could be wearing a full ski mask right now, I would.
I understand.
Hey, chat. I've sincerely missed you and
It's
you,
been a long
Maria.
time, you guys. I miss you, Allie.
I know we caught up on, I guess that was last Tuesday, and so much has happened since, at least on
So much has happened on
my
your end.
my end, yeah. But I feel like on your end
I
too.
I had a lot happen today. Yeah, a
What
little
happened to you
bit.
today?
I got an interview.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah,
Did you see
yeah.
that text?
Yes, I did. I texted Maria earlier and I was like, can we just have a podcast episode where we talk about our problems? Because my like number one problem right now is that I keep getting on my phone and I'm like 50 messages behind on the group chat. The other group chat, like our group chat. Ours
Really?
and the one that I have with me, Lindsay and Sage. I don't even know what they were talking about. It seemed like something I'd weigh in on, but I got in way too late and
Bring it back up and include the chat. Oh, wow.
I was like, "Oh, I can't. Yeah, I'm not talking on here. Sorry." And then our group chat, I
We
read
don't have
it.
that many, I don't think.
No, it's just one thing. Yay, I'll respond. Yay. Okay, there we go. So, nobody, but that's one thing that's been a problem of mine is responding to my text.
You're kind of a busy girl, though.
Yeah. Well, that's exciting. Maria got an interview for Explain It.
Okay, so I'm graduating my grad school in June, and I applied for an OB-GYN fellowship based in Charlotte, North Carolina. And they called me today, and I have an interview Friday. And I'm really nervous because it's a group interview, and it's like situational
Oh
based
my gosh.
questions.
I
Pooped my pants so much
Yeah,
today.
I would too.
I'm
I'm not even gonna try to give you like mental support and make you feel better. I would also poop my pants. I had one group interview. It was the worst experience of my life, and I absolutely bombed it.
no, Allie,
You're
you've
not
never
gonna do
bombed
this,
anything in your life.
Maria. I bombed it. But in my defense, okay, it was like for like a tour guide for Clemson, and it was my freshman year, and it was probably like the first interview, second interview I've ever done in my life. One of the questions that they asked me was like, "We're gonna give you an object and relate it back to Clemson." And you know what the object they gave me was? Ring pop. I was like, "What?"
I would have been like,
Whoa.
you relate that back to Clemson.
Yeah, so I did bomb that, and I'm not even ashamed that I bombed it because it was stupid.
But I'm kind of invested. What did you say?
I think I honestly have no clue. I asked somebody what they would have said and they were like, "Oh, I would have talked about like where the pod, which was like our little like on-campus snack place." And I was like, "Babe, I think I said something about like I don't even know. Like I think I
See,
literally blacked out."
my first thought is meeting like your future significant other at Clemson because it's like a ring.
Like
Like
what?
that's what I don't know how that's
Yeah.
related, but that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, it's a crazy question. Hopefully I don't
I
get
don't
that one.
hopefully you don't but like think about that because you might need to be prepped in that sort
I'll
of
keep that
manner.
in my back pocket.
That is crazy. Anyways, well, I feel like yours will be a little bit like more practical and more related to like your experience, right?
Yeah, I just like I don't know. I don't know if I like that it's with other applicants or not because I
Well,
think
if
I
you're
would
the
ra
best, you're gonna love it. You're gonna feel so
It's
good.
true, but if they have really good answers and I'm stuttering all over the place, that's gonna send me over the edge.
I don't think you're gonna stutter.
I don't really know how to answer situational based questions.
What would you do? I came in and I was like, Maria, I had no clue I was pregnant, but I think I'm in labor. What would you do?
I'd probably do a physical exam and see if you're in labor.
Exactly. You're ready.
Thanks, Allie.
Okay. You're
They might as
welcome.
well just hire me now.
That's the most scientific hypothetical I can come
No,
up with.
see, like I'm thinking the question's gonna be like a 12-year-old boy was diagnosed with terminal cancer, but he doesn't want any sort of treatment, and the parents want
I thought this was for an
full,
OBGYN.
but it's not based on, and the email is like not specific to,
Oh.
the questions aren't specific to. the field of medicine.
It's kind of crazy, but well, you're gonna do amazing. I've decided.
Thank you.
Maybe talk to like your dad and have him prep you
When I
instead of
told him,
me.
he started dying laughing, and I was like, "Okay, you're not helpful."
Yikes. Yikes. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, that's okay. You know what? If anything, it'll be a lesson and a conversation for the pod.
When I read those texts, I was like, I wish that Maria didn't tell me this because I don't want her to move to Charlotte and I don't want to accidentally send her the bad vibes because I'm secretly like,
It's okay. I understand that. But it's only a year, and I don't know that, and you could come visit me in Charlotte.
okay.
She's not loving that. Well, what if I don't get it,
What is to do there?
I think it's an up and coming city.
Mm.
There's a lake nearby.
Okay, maybe we
Hmm.
could.
Lots of
Maybe we
shopping.
could. I like to shop.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I guess you can take the job. I
There's a
guess you can.
mall. I'll be there.
Okay. Yeah, you've convinced me. Well, that is big and exciting news. My big and exciting news is that I told them I'm leaving work.
Did you? You put your
Hmm
2 weeks in.
I put my like 3 weeks in
How'd
to
they
be
take it?
ultra generous and give them time to find somebody else. They took it
Nobody,
well.
nobody's gonna fill your shoes.
They took it well, but I'm about to revoke my 3 weeks and say I'm out. I am out of there.
Really?
Not really. If you're listening to this, I'm not going to. But boy, was it a headache today, and I wasn't even there.
Really?
No,
You were getting texts
just getting lots of texts and lots of passive aggressive texts and lots of condescending texts.
to you, at you?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
And I don't know. I'm pretty done. I'm pretty over it, but yeah, that's my jam.
Yeah.
So, I'm leaving New York. Everybody, don't cry too hard.
How are you feeling about that?
Horrible.
Yeah.
Okay, not horrible because I'm excited to go home for the summer. I actually am excited about that, but I know when August hits, I'm going to be like, "All right, time to go back."
But you have a friend in New York who you can visit in the summer too.
Yeah, but to be honest, like I'm kind of booked and busy. Like I got summer plans.
Oh, you do? Really? I want to know. Tell me.
Well, I'm come home like the 14th, 15th of June.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next weekend, or maybe it's 2 weekends, I have a wedding that I'm going to Columbus for like a weekend for. But then I come back and like the next weekend I go to Hilton Head for 2 weeks. And then I think we're gonna go to Florida a little bit at some point. Not sure when that is, but
So it's kind of
those are
crazy
my
that
plans so
you want me
far.
to be in Wheeling and you won't even be there all summer.
Well, on the days that I'm gonna be there, that is
I'm getting
very sad
surgery in
time.
June.
On your tonsils?
Hmm.
Yeah, guys, if you were upset that you didn't have an episode, blame Maria and her
It's true.
tonsils.
I was admitted to the hospital. It was kind of crazy.
I kind of wanted to post the picture on Instagram of that you sent me in the hospital bed and be like,
You could
it's
have.
so
Wouldn't have
disappointing.
bothered me.
I didn't know if it was like a HIPAA violation.
I don't think that applies to you.
You know what I was thinking about? Well, one, I can't really remember what I was actually thinking about, but I remember what I was thinking about before I started thinking about that other thing, which
Hmm.
was I was scrolling on TikTok and I saw a TikTok clip from Call Her Daddy where she interviewed Chloe and Kardashian.
Okay.
And when Chloe was married to Lamar, her couples therapist leaked stuff to the press. And I was like, is that not an insane HIPAA violation? Or a therapist not covered under HIPAA?
That's a great question. I don't know if it's called HIPAA, but there's definitely like patient confidentiality that they
Yeah.
have to follow.
I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah, she should probably go to jail if they know that she did that,
Right?
or pay like a crazy amount of money.
I didn't listen to the rest, so maybe she did, but who knows?
Yeah, that's illegal.
I thought so too. Okay, I need you to diagnose me. Well, first of all, like, guys, whenever I have anything wrong with me, like, Maria immediately has to diagnose me. I'm gonna stay out of the mental territory today because that's just It's too much. There was
Not a
something
walk in the park with these two girls.
I think I'm starting to think that I have severe ADHD. And do you have ways to reverse that? Like, is there a way to naturally, without being on medication, get reversed ADHD? Dang.
I'm gonna go with no, but I'm sure
Okay.
there's things you can do that lessen symptoms that you're not gonna do. So it doesn't matter
Like,
anyways.
be off my phone.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like,
Correct.
I'm like,
Yeah.
if I go cold turkey off my phone, will I stop forgetting things and like stop making a mess of my apartment and like
You'd probably do a better job. I don't know that it would completely like reverse.
oh, I remember my memory is also really bad. And I was like, I literally just thought about this at 6 p.m. because I went to take my trash out because I said I was gonna stay out of the mental territory and I simply couldn't.
Here we are.
But okay, I have this issue. This is not a mental disorder. It is just an issue that I need to bring up, but could be part of a larger mental issue. I don't know. But I hate wasting food. I'm also, I think, a little bit of a hoarder in a lot of aspects of my life. I definitely have the ability. No, I'm not even gonna say I have the ability to become a hoarder because one, I know it's in my blood. My grandma was like low key a little bit of a hoarder.
Really.
Yeah, but she had two houses.
She had the space to hoard.
So she could hide it a little bit better. Yeah. When you have two houses they were right next to each other, like on the same
Why'd
street.
she do that?
Because their neighbors moved out and they didn't want new people to move in that they didn't like, so they just bought the house.
Oh wow, that's
Crazy?
impressive. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was awesome though. But anyway, so she like could really hide it because like you have to put stuff in both houses. There has to be like there was probably like 500 books in each house, like genuinely easy, easy. But I've definitely taken on some of those traits. And she also used to like if something was like expired or moldy, like she would just like cut around it like or like just use it anyways. One time she sent my dad like a care package at college and in it was like a box of crackers that like she had ate half of them and like twisted the thing back up and like sent the rest to him. And
That's
then my mom
really
said one
funny.
time she was making us grilled cheeses and she went into the kitchen. My mom went into the kitchen and saw my grandma was like cutting around the mold on the cheese. Like the block of cheese had mold on it and my grandma was just like, "Nah, just go around." And
They'll be fine.
I'm kind of starting to take on these traits, except I don't eat it, but I just refuse to throw it away. Like I know. Because it's like
I feel like that might be worse.
I
So when do you
know.
throw it away?
Okay.
When it's
When it's like so gross that it is not salvageable at all, that's when I throw it away. So, for example, I had milk in the fridge that expired, but it was only expired by like 2 days a day, and it wasn't like chunky, and it didn't smell horrible. Like it wasn't like sour, just maybe not so fresh.
yeah.
And I was like, is it the finest? No. But I didn't want to drink it, like, and finish it. So I was like, ooh, that's kind of gross. But I was like,
So you waited for it to get chunky.
I didn't wait for it to get chunky, but I waited for it to be like 4 days past the expiration so that I could be like, okay, now I can throw it away. Like
That's
I need the
crazy.
mental, like, I don't know. Like I need it to, yeah. Is that not something's wrong with me, right?
I can't stop yawning. I think like I get it. You don't want to be wasteful, but like at some point you just want to like throw it away
I know.
before the point that you're doing it.
Yeah. And like, probably 2 weeks ago, I made chicken salad and I went away for the weekend. And then when I came back, I was like, ooh, I don't want to touch that. Like, ugh. So
Yeah,
I
that's the other
just
part.
left it and I was like, I'm not touching it. But it was in a bowl and I obviously need the bowl.
I
But I
would
was
have
like,
thrown the bowl
ooh.
away.
I literally thought about it. I thought about it today because it got even
It's
worse.
still in there.
That's what I just threw away. That's why I was like, I have to take out my trash
Oh,
because
because it smells so
I
bad.
finally worked up the courage to throw it away. The chicken salad I knew I was never gonna touch. I didn't even the reason I put it in the bowl in the first place was because I like the taste of chicken salad, but I think mayonnaise is disgusting. So when I
What?
but like the concept, not the taste. I love the
Okay.
taste.
Because it's like egg.
I think it's like
The way it looks.
yeah.
Do you know that the number one ingredient in ranch is mayonnaise?
That doesn't really bother me because it's liquid.
Okay.
It's like I like mayonnaise. Like I like
No,
the taste of it.
yeah,
But
it's just
when you scoop it out of that
yeah.
jar and it's like, ugh.
Do you like cottage cheese?
I used to love it when I was younger.
Because that's
I
how I
don't
kind of feel about cottage cheese, but I've never had it and I don't think I'm ever gonna eat it.
don't. It's not worth it.
It just looks like it
You know
wouldn't
what the
taste good.
craziest thing to me though is I would rather have like fresh cottage cheese and like eat cottage cheese with like salt and pepper than all these people that I see putting it into recipes. Like it's kind of crazy. I saw this thing about putting cottage cheese into your
What does it
eggs.
taste like?
Cold.
Does the curd bother you? Like, is the texture as weird as it looks?
I think probably.
Does it have a flavor? Is it like just milk
It's
tasting?
like cold
Like,
light
is it like
cheese. It's like
Parmesan?
not parmesan. It's more of a it's like a very light cheese because it doesn't have like any stank to it. Like I feel like the way like cream cheese kind of has a stank to it. Cottage cheese just is like light and
And
like
okay,
that.
what happens when it's in your mouth? Does it does it melt? Does the texture go away or do you like chew it?
I'm practicing. You put it in your mouth. That's step one, and then
It's
you kind of just
disgusting.
it's kind of like you kind of do this a similar thing that you do with applesauce maybe.
Like yogurt. You
Yeah,
like
you can bite a little bit. You can chew a little because the curds, but you don't have to. You can also press your tongue to the roof of your mouth, and the curds will spread.
I don't know that I'm gonna try it, but I know that it's high
I
in
told you not
protein.
to.
I know, but it's high in protein. That's why the people
Okay,
are eating it.
the only way that in recent years I've enjoyed cottage cheese is this way. Let me tell you. On a piece of toast, I
Hmm.
put cottage cheese and sliced avocado, salt, pepper, like red pepper flakes, and then honey.
Okay. Maybe I'll try
That's
that.
it. But I tried to eat it like in a bowl. I did not enjoy it. And the
And
eggs was the worst.
people put
You
fruit
should have
in it.
seen the way my eggs came out looked like somebody chewed them up for me and then spit them back onto my
Did
plate. It
you
was
eat it?
horrible. I took one bite, think I threw it up. Like I don't even know. I don't know if I swallowed it, but I definitely started gagging, spitting up into the trash can, threw the rest away. I think I
It
cried a
tasted
little bit.
bad.
It was the texture. It was the texture. It was horrible. I definitely cried because I can feel the tears coming back now.
These people on TikTok are crazy. They'll eat anything.
No, they will. You're like, this has protein, and they're like, give it to me. Anyways, oh, but what I really need you to diagnose me with is my knee.
Right. I want to hear
Okay,
about this knee.
let me explain it to you because I tried to explain it over text and then it was too hard, so I just ghosted you.
You did. I was like, damn.
I was like,
Uh,
okay, so and then I
And then you
ghosted.
just deleted everything you typed out.
But okay. So the started it's because it goes back to January 28th. Okay. January 28th, I go on a run for 9 miles. I was chill. I was fine. Nothing happened. Like, I didn't notice anything happen. But towards the end, like, obviously, like, my knees and my hips are kind of killing me. Whatever. Because I just ran 9 miles. Nothing shocking. Later in the day, I start walking and I'm like, I cannot walk. Like I cannot bend my knee, I cannot straighten it. I can't like anything I do like hurts unless I hold it like straight out in this like half like almost like this. Like a little
What
bit
knee is
bent,
this?
but not bent. My left, this one. But where it hurts is like right here, this outside area. But it was hurting like up and through my hip. So I was like, okay, let me Google
Oh,
it. IT band syndrome is like what I initially diagnosed myself with as like an overuse injury. But this pain was horrible. Like it was so bad. I was like borderline in tears, couldn't go up or down the stairs. And it lasted the day after was genuinely horrible. Like I I could not do anything and I had to work. So I was like still walking and like kind of moving on it. For almost like a month after, I couldn't even do like the elliptical. Well, then the last month, I've kind of been able to do the elliptical, do the stair stepper, but I haven't gone on a run yet. So then Saturday morning, I was like, okay, I'm going to go on a run before work. I go on a 2 mile run. That is it. And it was worse than the first time. The pain in my knee was so bad.
If you press
Yeah.
on it, does it hurt? Did it hurt?
Yeah.
I don't think that's your meniscus.
Okay, cool.
That's what she thought previously.
I know. I was
I don't
ready to like
know.
go get my leg amputated.
Have you like iced it or taken ibuprofen?
I took Tylenol because that was all they had in the first aid kit at work, and then I iced it there as well. I haven't done anything else since.
I think it's probably still your IT band. Or
Okay.
you have maybe like bursitis.
I do have that.
Or you could have a lateral meniscal tear.
Okay. Would I need surgery for that?
Um, I don't think
And
so,
if I get
but
surgery, can they
I
also do a
wouldn't quote that on.
colonoscopy?
I
Do they ever
mean, they
do that?
like a surgery and a colonoscopy.
Like two things at once, just to be productive.
I'm gonna go with no.
Okay. Well, that seems inefficient. So,
Yeah, it's just like two different kind of fields though, working
well, it's
in
like I have a fear of going under anesthesia.
really?
Yeah. Are you surprised by that? That's like the closest thing to death.
No, I'm not surprised. That's the closest thing to death.
Is it not?
It's like safe though. People wouldn't
People
do it every
die.
single day. Yeah, but that's just like
Why? Why do they die?
why? Because they weren't probably checking them like they should have been. I don't know. I don't know much about anesthesia, so actually don't listen to me. There's complications with it. I mean, and it's also like based on the patient.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
know
think
Claire's allergic.
to anesthesia.
Yeah, because she had to go under for a or not a surgery, but a procedure that I won't expose her for. Mainly also because I don't know know what it was called. Had such a bad reaction. She had like 106 fever the day after. Yeah, like bad, bad. Thought she was dying.
Whoa. Did they call it malignant hyperthermia?
I don't know.
That's
She
crazy.
was, it was really bad. So she found out she was allergic. Oh my gosh.
What? Is this your job? I'm really interested to see if this is going to be about chat.
No, it's not. It's my job.
That's what I thought. Just gonna, my credit score decreased. That's kind of crazy.
Your credit score decreased?
Yeah, I don't know how. I pay it off.
How do you know what your credit score is?
I look on my app.
Mine's probably bad. I always forget to pay because I don't want to.
I understand.
Oh, what's good?
What's good?
What's good of credit
Oh, it looks
scores?
good. Oh, what's good?
I think mine went down
I
too.
think like over 700 is good. Yours went down too.
Yeah, -4. Hmm.
-4. That's not bad though.
My shirt I got, it has a cat on it,
Oh, cute.
isn't it? Anyways, my knee does
Where
feel
were we?
better today, but it might be
Oh,
that.
good. You should look up IT stretches. Maybe that'll help.
Okay, sounds good.
IT band stretches. Any other diagnoses?
I think I'm good for now. I mean, I'm sure I'll text you about something later.
Hopefully it's not your meniscus.
I know.
I shaved on Saturday and I cut myself 3 times. I'm not the best at it, and I've been doing it for a while now.
Was it a new razor?
No, it's probably dull.
Oh,
I probably need to
I
change
guess. Either extreme is usually where you get the cuts.
Yeah, I can see.
Anyways,
Should we talk about our Pope passing away?
it makes
No.
me really sad.
I know, but what
I hate when
happened?
people die. I thought I saw something about his
Did you see
heart.
the rumor about Bon Jovi dying?
What?
He's not dead, but I fell for it.
Was
There
it
was an
April Fool's?
no, it was like a recent internet rumor that he died. I almost ruined my dad's day today.
Oh, I see it. Well,
I know
I'm
that
not
he's a
gonna lie, I
fan.
didn't know he was alive.
That's Millie Bobby Brown married his son.
That's right. But how was I to know what was going on with him?
I mean, you weren't. I actually don't
Still
even
living
know.
on a prayer. Bon Jovi isn't dead.
I don't know where I saw that rumor either. Like,
No,
why did
everybody's
I?
talking about it.
I know.
If there was a rumor that you were dead, what would you do? Would you just roll with it?
Like, if I
I
got
feel
on
like I
Instagram and you posted this like rip my friend Maria, like what would I do?
No, not
Oh,
me. Never do that. I don't joke about death.
I know,
It's
but
very
I was just
serious to
like
me.
giving a scenario. But like who would start a rumor about me dying?
The internet, like whoever started the rumor about Bon Jovi. In this scenario, we're mega famous. Okay.
I think I would ignore it and like go get some
Oh,
Chick-fil-A.
not me. I'd go into hiding and see how long. And I'd
It
maybe
took.
pull a Ross from Friends, that episode where he has his own
I've never
funeral.
seen Friends. Isn't that crazy? I've seen one episode. It's when they're taking the couch up
One
the stairs.
episode.
Yeah, I've seen like clips, but I've only seen
I
one episode.
Here's the thing. I think that if you've only seen one episode of Friends, you're actively avoiding it because it is, I feel like everywhere you look, every time I turn my TV on, it's just on.
I've just never watched
Why?
it. I don't know.
Okay.
I guess I
Mm.
could. What streaming service is it
Did you
on?
watch You?
So good. I can't wait for it to come out.
I just started watching season one, episode one. I haven't made it all the way through episode one because he's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
Like, and I know that's the point, which is why I put off watching it for so long.
Season two was so good. I think you should watch it. If you get scared, maybe save it to watch it with like somebody
No,
else.
that's a thing. I was putting it off because I was like, oh, I'm gonna be scared. I'm gonna be scared, whatever. And then Sage was like, you're not gonna be scared. And I
There
was
are
like,
scary
okay.
scenes. No, there are scenes where like I
Well
was
then,
like
well then I wasn't scared.
shifty
And then
eyes.
in the first episode, I was just disturbed. It's like, what is this
Yeah,
man
but
doing?
like eventually you might get scared.
I know, but it didn't even end up having to get to that point. I couldn't even make it
Yeah.
through. I was too disturbed.
I think
So,
that's kind of like, but that's like the same like White Lotus makes you feel like uncomfortable the whole time.
yeah, I also didn't like that one either.
You don't like White Lotus?
No, I only watched it because all my friends were watching it. And then I kind of got into the last season, but I missed like 3 episodes in the middle of the season. And I just went to the watch party with my friends and I was like, I'll figure it out. Can't be that hard.
I loved White Lotus. That
No,
show's
it
so
makes me feel
good.
bad.
I think it's just like making fun of like different dynamics in society.
Yeah, definitely. But I'm like, why am I indulging in these things?
It's kind of awesome. Do you watch The Last of Us?
No.
No. Yeah, I knew that answer. That's also a good show.
Ask me if I've seen New Girl. Ask
Love.
me
That's
if
my.
I've seen Gossip Girl.
I haven't seen all of Gossip Girl either.
Mm, that used to be a top fave. It's kind of like weaned for me as my frontal lobe keeps developing.
Yeah,
But
I've also never seen One Tree Hill, and people seem to love that show.
love, love, love. I watched
You're a
that
fan?
recently.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
because it was one of my rewatches in 2025 since I gave up rewatching for 2024. So I
Oh,
was there recently.
would you give up for Lent? I forget. And are you happy that you get it back?
No, and well, I gave up junk food. I didn't succeed that well. I wish I would have been more strict with my rules. Things I did not allow myself to have. Candy bars. I don't ever eat candy bars. Well, no, that's a lie. I eat Twix sometimes, and I
Twix
eat
is really good.
Kit Kats sometimes. But I allowed myself to have dark chocolate. Well, I didn't need anything else. I was eating chocolate. So it was like, okay, maybe I should have been a little stricter there. And then, like the second day of Lent, I went to a Mexican restaurant and I like ordered to go. And then time went by and I was just waiting there for a long time. And like the other people that ordered behind me got their food and I was still waiting. And then they were like, what did you order? And we were like, oh, we forgot. So then they were like, okay, we'll give you a Coke while you wait. And so I was like, okay. And then I drank the Coke and
Guess I have to drink it.
I was like, okay, shoot. I started drinking it and I was like, wait, this is kind of junk food. So then I was like, okay, well, I guess like food, it's liquid, so I can have soda. But the only thing I ever had was a few Diet Cokes. But still, I was like, oh.
Yeah.
And then I was originally doing like no chips, but towards the end, I like made a taco bowl one night and I
Oh,
had tortilla chips to scoop it.
that's okay.
And then I was like, ugh, that was kind of a chip, but I didn't have a potato chip. And I had French fries, which are definitely like probably junk food. So
Um,
I just didn't have candy, which I don't eat candy
I
that
guess
often.
maybe next time just like be a little more specific with yourself. But if it makes you feel better, I gave up shopping and I was unsuccessful. I did really well for the most part, but last there were like things that I had to order, you
Like
know.
what?
I guess I could have. I was getting nervous, but I'm going on a bachelorette trip in May, and I needed to order like stuff for the bride, which I guess like I wasn't
That's a
indulging in.
gift.
Yeah. But then of course I had to get an outfit for the trip.
Who's the bride?
My cousin. I'm just going on the trip because I was invited. But I ended up returning the outfit anyway, so does it count? I've ordered some
No.
dresses for the wedding. I ordered a
Mm.
dress that's non-refundable and I hate it. So
No.
I know, but it was like $50, so like it's okay. But the dress that I ordered with it was over $100 and I kind of like it, but I also actually I'll send it to you and you tell me what you think.
I definitely could have been more specific, but honestly, I only had one thing that I was like, oh, I should give this up, and I didn't want to, so I didn't.
There was something else I felt
Um,
like I needed to say. Oh, no, I don't remember.
okay. Oh my gosh, Maria, the way you're frozen right now is crazy. I'm gonna take a picture of her. It's a little evil of me to have taken this picture, I can't lie.
Where were
I don't know.
we?
I was just gonna say, is there anything else we need to tell the chat about our sincere apologies about where we've been? Any other excuses we can
Yeah,
show
guys,
throw up?
I had an abscess in my throat. It was really crazy and scary. Um, and we've both just been swamped with work. I don't know
And
what else
like
to
we
say.
have said time and time again, if you want us to post every week, subscribe. Send it to your friends. If you want this to be our full-time jobs, you have to engage.
You want to
Make
hear something
us
crazy?
famous. What's up?
My cousin's fiance is in business school at Harvard
Mm.
and interviewed Marcello from SNL. I
Oh.
know. I know. That's my dream
So
job,
I know
being
somebody
on
who knows
SNL.
somebody who knows somebody who talked to Marcelo Hernandez. I think about this all the time. I'm like, I think that if you gave me a map and said, draw a link from you to this person, I could do it for every person in the world. Give me a person.
For ev
Give me a person.
Okay, Beyonce.
Okay. Like, I don't even know who's right under Beyonce. Like, who can I get to Beyonce through? When I have that bridge, I can get it.
Like who else is famous that
Yeah, I just
could
don't
get
even know who Beyonce talks to.
I know she's friends with Taylor Swift.
Is she?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. Yeah. They both went to each other's movie premieres.
Okay, but I just think it's interesting. You can always link somebody to somebody, right?
That's true. I would agree. Let me try.
Okay. My grandma, her neighbor is Lady Gaga's grandma.
She's dead. I've
One of them, they used to be the
Yeah,
neighbors.
and yeah, it used to be, but she passed away a few years ago.
Oh, dang. Never
I don't
mind.
know. I used to babysit Lady Gaga's cousins' children.
No.
She's a State Farm real estate agent.
Her cousin's Lady Gaga.
She's her cousin is Lady Gaga.
That sucks.
I remember when she told me I was like 12 and I was like, "Hello, hook a girl up."
First cousin?
First cousin.
Did she talk to her?
Yeah, but supposedly that's what she said. Sees her when she comes home.
Mind blown. Because I always think if one of my first cousins made it big, I'd be right there with them.
Hello. Yeah, I'd ask for a job. Really great people. Like I really liked them. I actually ran into them and they remembered me, so that was cool.
The kids.
The parents.
Oh. I would hope the parents would remember you. That'd be weird if they didn't.
I know, but wasn't like I babysat them like maybe twice, and I
Mm.
was like 12. I guess I've looked the same my entire like nothing's really changed. But is Lizzie has a friend in law school, and this friend in law school's dad is Travis Kelce's manager.
Lit.
Yeah, she went to the Super Bowl and was in the box with Taylor Swift. There's actually pictures on her Instagram.
Who's this girl?
Isn't that crazy?
I would never shut up about this.
I wouldn't either. I would tell everybody I know.
You know who also follows her?
I know who you're gonna say. That's
Better.
crazy.
What a freak. Oh my gosh.
What?
I haven't seen these pictures of him recently. Do I follow? I do follow him.
The one he just posted?
No, the third picture, the
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
sixth picture,
Isn't
the eighth
it kind of
picture. It's
disturbing?
weird. It's weird.
It's weird, especially at this age. Ew! I can't believe
Okay.
this.
We gotta move on. But see, if you wanted to, you could. It's not even about that. It's just like, oh, how
Who
beautiful
do
is
you
the
know?
world?
Yeah.
No. It's
Oh,
like the world is so beautiful. We all have a connection to each other.
that's sweet,
Who is
Allie.
FaceTiming me?
We should have a real guest. I think it's time. Like a full-length episode, real guest. Do you disagree?
No, I'm waiting until this person stops FaceTiming me because I didn't know if it was gonna interrupt my recording.
Oh, I can't hear it.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Stop. People need to stop. People need to stop.
Phone's on Do Not Disturb.
I should start doing that. You can't reach me.
I really like those sunnies.
Amazon.
Really? Are they like the Mew Mew dupes?
I don't know. I just Googled. Actually, no. I think one of my sisters was looking at them and I saw them like in your recent searches because like we just used my dad's account. Durr. And so one of my sisters was gonna buy them and I bought them first. $12.
Wow. They look pretty shady.
They are because I took them off and I was like, ah.
This light, I can barely keep my eyes open.
That's the other thing. Like I already had a headache, so I don't want to destroy my eyes even more, but I do need the light or else I look
I need a new
ratchet.
computer.
All right. So sorry, chat, that we were MIA, but
We'll be better.
we're
Although
gonna be back.
things might get busy at some point again.
Why? No, I'm quitting my job, so I have open availability.
Oh yeah, that's true. I just feel like the end of my year is gonna get a little crazy, just because
That's
like
true.
I'm graduating.
That's true.
But that's okay,
It
we'll make it through.
happens. Well,
Did you hear me about the guest?
yes. Sorry. I
No,
need to
that's okay.
respond.
Do we agree?
Um, yeah. Who do we want?
Well, if people would vote, it would be a
Did anybody
no-brainer for
vote?
us. I don't think. Nobody
I didn't
commented
look.
anything on Instagram.
Did people vote on
So
Spotify? I put it on Spotify. But I actually don't think that I told people to vote on Spotify.
we for sure said that though. Checking the polls.
0%, 0%, 0%, zero votes.
Okay. Helpful.
Whatever, haters. Like, nobody even voted for themselves. What's wrong with you guys? Maybe we should just Sage.
I was thinking that. I was thinking Sage because she never got the chance to
You know who really
come
wants to
on
be
here
on?
and
Is
tell
Jay.
me.
I thought you were going to say who.
Oh.
Sage's boyfriend. He's a big
Yeah.
fan.
I mean, they can both. We could do guest
He
and
can't be
special
on.
guest.
He can't be on
Oh.
at the same time as her. He talks too much.
He might really perform well though.
No, he's gonna perform well, but like he needs his own time to
Not with
shine.
Sage. Okay, Sage, if you're listening, if you listen
But
to
I
this
don't know what
episode,
we
which
would
you
talk.
should, I'm sure he would figure it out. Sage, I'm expecting a text message from you. I'll give you a week to respond.
She's not listening.
She doesn't listen to any.
I don't think so. She's fake like that. All
Hear
right,
me.
guys. Goodbye, chat. Hopefully next week we'll have a guest for you.
We will. We
And I'm
better.
gonna get this edited. RN.
And I'm gonna get back on the social media. I know,
Love you,
everybody.
chat.
Love you, chat. See you next week, probably.
Hopefully. All right, bye.
Bye.